Hey friends, it's the start of a brand new year and I'd like to share my goals with you that I have for this year in order to hold myself accountable, like I've done for the past few years, because I think it has been pretty helpful. It's also fun to see what I thought I wanted at the beginning of the year and what I ended up wanting at the end. I've been seeing these goal punch cards being made all over social media, so I wanted to give it a try. I've already made a few, and so I'd like to make the rest while sharing these goals. If you haven't heard of these punch cards, they're pretty cute. It's the same idea behind frequently visiting a restaurant. Once you visit X amount of times, you'll get a reward or a discount. And so you can actually punch holes through them, stamp them, or put little stickers on them. My mom gave me these postcards a while back, but because I don't really use postcards, I will be using them to make these punch cards. These are the ones that I've made already. I would like to get back into running, especially because it's going to be part of my training regimen. I'd like to go to Peru at the end of the summer with my friends, and so I think this will be doubly helpful. Next, I have a ton of books, and yet I keep buying new ones. It's a problem. Well, I think it's a problem because it's come to the point where there's no longer any room for additional books. So I would like to read some of the books from my bookshelf and then reward myself with more books. Next, I would like to be a little bit more consistent about making YouTube videos, shorts included. Once I hit 12, I'm going to reward myself by watching a season of something that I've been wanting to watch. Stretching is a goal that I had last year, but I was not consistent with at all, and so this year I would like to be more intentional and gamify this as well. As you can tell, I've already had one successful stretching session. This one I'm actually going to change a little bit because this is too easy for what the reward is. Last year I created a cooking class curriculum so that I could improve my cooking skills because I love to eat, and it'd be great if I love my own food. The problem here is that a lesson is really easy to complete. So after almost 2 weeks, I would have the reward, and it's a nice reward. I don't want it to be that easy. A part of these punch cards for me is making them aesthetically cute. I'm not an artist by any means, but you don't have to be. Even the little doodles I've made are pretty cute. I don't know if you want to see me write and draw all of my goals, but my next one is donate 1% of income to causes I believe in. I did not make up any of these drawings, by the way. I found them on Pinterest. I don't know why I picked such difficult drawings. Probably because they're cute. This one's gonna be the most difficult. Why can't I find it? Okay, I'm not gonna draw that one yet. This is a windmill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna do another world, but with a heart in it. Wow. That's good. Cute. Wave maybe is a little too big. A little bee body. Oh, I forgot to do a cursive eye. Cursive eye. Reward. So I've made the rest of my cards, but I think what I'd like to also keep in mind is that some of these are ongoing and that I would like to make a habit or just continue and be more consistent with. I would like to cook 12 new recipes before adding another tool to the kitchen. I would like to volunteer at least 10 times this year. I would like to host 12 friend meetups. I already had one successful one last night, but I have some other ideas like a tea party. Of course, I'm gonna have my birthday party, maybe host a little journaling session that we could do together. And then some of my goals I couldn't even put on cards, like I'm gonna go to Peru, I'd like to visit my mom, I'd like to visit my sister, and I'd like to go to a national park this year. We're still deciding on which national park though. I would like to make a goal for Spanish and French. So last year I counted up all of the hours I spent conversationally and it came out to just less than 120. So this year I would like to maintain that 120, maybe reach 130, but we'll see. Likewise, in Spanish I read 7 books last year. I would like to read 7 books this year in Spanish. I would also like to continue journaling in Spanish. The reason that I want to maintain consistency and not go overboard or try to increase these numbers is because I'd like to add French into the mix. So I'm first trying to work through all 5 units of Pimsleur, which is 75 hours worth of lessons. After that, I have some more plans, but one step at a time. I hope this inspires you to make your own punch cards. It was fun for me. I think that it requires a lot of patience and it really tested my perfectionist tendencies. We'll see how this all changes throughout the year, but for now, I'm happy with how this year is shaping up, and I hope you are too. We'll see you next time. Bye!
Ruff.